I probably confused some people, but they thought they were watching the video. They're like, I clicked on the live. No, I was showing the video of everybody you get to see this weekend. So make sure you say hi when you hop in.
Hi, Beverly.
I'm going to wait for some people to come in and Misty to get here. Let's see. Where is. Let me share this. We're sharing it. No, crap. Damn. Have you shared? We're competing with Ascending Shadows right now because they're doing their damn new moon thing tonight. Okay, I've shared it. There were so many lives that I wanted to watch tonight. Hold on. Oh, people are hopping on now. See, it's like they followed Misty. They knew that Misty got on, and they were like, "Bam!" I'm not kidding. We're competing with one of our vendors right now because they're doing their new moon live right now, and I was like, "Damn it, y'all know I do Wednesday nights. Couldn't you do it later?"
What?
Hey, Stacy.
I think, yeah.
Did you hear what she said? Like every other word cut out.
You hear me?
Speak. I can hear you, but you're cutting out. Okay. Technical difficulties is the name of our game.
Please stand by.
Yes. Hi, Kyrie. Thank you for saying we are gorgeous.
Can you hear me now, ladies?
Oh, yeah. There we go.
It's my air conditioner. I'll sweat in Hades for y'all.
So I
It's about
started
100 degrees.
Right. Are you all right? Okay, there we go. Yeah. Okay. So we can hear her now. So I started out, hey, Keith. I don't know. You can't. Are you on a phone or a computer?
Me? I'm on a
Yeah. Okay. So you won't be able to see that. So people are just saying hi.
Every time I try, I knock myself all the way out of this. So I'm just going to take your word at it. Guide me, ladies.
So we started it out. I had this like video. I said, I'll just show the video of all the vendors and readers and everything that are going to be there this weekend at the beginning. And I think it confused somebody and they clicked in and then they clicked out like, wait, I clicked on the live, not the video because it's like one of our ads. So.
Well, I think y'all have done great with your marketing, by the way. I just want to throw that out there. When I see I can see the progression, man. I really can. From when we just jumped on last fall or something. The way y'all have done this one, great, ladies. Chef kiss.
Thank you. Oh, that makes me feel good because I felt so not.
No, yeah.
I felt like we were dragging it. Just
yeah.
No. Y'all are doing great. Trust me. Like it seems to me that people never say stuff, and then I'll show up places. Like, oh, good marketing. But I'm going to tell y'all right now, you're doing great. You really are.
Thank you so much.
Professional, nice looking ladies, real nice like.
So we had one number for y'all's seance that we started with.
Yeah.
And we sold out of those.
Yeah.
So we have one. And then Missy went back and looked and she said that you had a range. I said, well, I'm going to add to the range because, and we'll just, what the top of the range is. I'm not going to say how many people. The top of the range is, that's what we marked at. So we literally, we almost sold out. So we have 6 tickets left. And I know that I have a couple of people sitting on the fence that want to go really bad, but don't. Well, I think they kind of don't understand what's going to happen. And that's why we wanted you to come on so you could kind of say what's going on.
I'm so excited to do that. I'll tell you anything. I'm just excited, and I'm excited to be able to bring this. Me, Ashley, and Pat, and Rhonda, but more so me, Ashley, and Pat have been doing these. They're really great. Sometimes they are. It's hit or miss. You're always going to get that spirit communication But what happens is we're just in a location. We all bring the energy in, and then the mediums channel, which would be me, Ashley, and Pat. And you don't know what's going to come through. So I'm going to, like, do y'all want me to share some cool stories of stuff that has come through?
Yes, we always are down for cool stories.
Okay, so I'm gonna share like some of the coolest things that's happened to me. Now, Ashley and Pat, they've got their own stories. I know one definitely from Ashley that I'm gonna share, but I have like sit down. Meemaw's got story time, guys. Okay, so one of the coolest ones is we were at a seance one time. Now I'm going to take you way, way back. So we were at a seance one time, and it was at the Nickerson Sneed. And all of a sudden, it was like 20 people in the room, maybe more. We had come out from the table. There were so many, and our hands held and stuff. And we could hear, because we had all the doors closed, in the hallway, there was somebody pacing, and you could see them. Like, and my back is to that door. And I'm like, listen, I'm about ready to take all of us. I'm just going to run through that wall like the Kool-Aid man. It was so intense. All my people holding hands with me. I'm like, listen, guys, we're not breaking circle. We're just taking off that way. And all of a sudden we look, and the candles, because in a seance, the candles are very important, because sometimes the ghosts don't have energy, or the spirits, or whatever you want to call them, don't have the energy to be able to really speak through a medium, but they will start doing the candles. So you really got to watch them. So all of a sudden, the candle ignites in the air. It goes poof and then reignites in the air. And I'm going to tell you, my large lady ass about took everybody. I was like, we're going. I still have footage of that. I need to share that, because that was like epic. We got the local fire department guys to look at it, to be like, is there a faultiness with these candles, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, no, this is very unique. So always look at your candles. I've had some cool, interesting things come through, as in I had a murder. So as I'm sitting there at the table, I want to keep the names out of this, because this one family that always comes to me, I don't know how many people has been murdered in this family, and they always come to me, and I'm like, Papa's saying this, and I don't know anything about this beforehand. But one of them, I was sitting there, and there was a man and a woman, and I kept going like this, like my head kept getting jerked, and I couldn't stop, because that's part of mediumship also. You start getting these weird tics. I mean, I'm weird as it is, but Lord, it's worse than that, And when I pulled my head, and I couldn't stop, and I said, listen, y'all got something with you that is ridiculous, and it keeps snapping my neck up. Either there's a gun that blew back, or something pulled me so tight. And he said, well, he was hung. And he knew exactly who it was. And this was angry. And I told him, I said, listen, you found him, right? And I said, but you know more about this than you're even telling the police. And he's angry, and he wants retribution, and blah, blah, blah. These two look like they were going to poop their pants. Come to find out, I think there was drugs involved and stuff like this. This boy got hung. They said it was just a suicide. And I was like, this is not a suicide, and y'all know it. And he was angry at them. And I'm like trying to tell him, and I'm twitching like this. I mean, it was crazy looking. And the man had to get up, and he was like, I have to leave, because I knew he was involved in it, by the way. He starts crying and shit. And they were like, well, I felt it was my fault. We knew things that were going on. We should have for it. And yes, you should. And this spirit is not leaving you until there's retribution of some sort on that side. I'm going to tell you something. They have cried about this. That man, he got very stone cold. He would not come near me and get away. And then they come back, and they were still crying, and they were like, we didn't know this was going to come through. So you never know what's going to come through. I still to this day know in my heart, because of intermingling with that energy, that man, there has to be some retribution. He's never going to stop being around them. You want So that's one thing that came through. One time a man came, and it was funny, because our feel is always, listen, man, we're not going to tell you where buried treasure is or anything like that. And this man sitting across from me, we were taking like this break. And I said, hey, man, I got to tell you something. I got this older man who has, I can see the tailgate of his truck, and he shows me some significance of these jars. And he shows me digging in this dirt under this large tree. He used to plant stuff beside it, blah, blah, blah. And they look at each other, and they're like, holy crap. They're like, now tell us more. And they let me feed into this. I'm like, I can tell you, it almost looks like a smaller, older tailgate on this. I was like, I see the produce, but then I see these jars, and there's dirt around jars, but I can't see what he's putting in them, but he's putting under the base. And they looked at each other, jaw dropped, and they were like, he buried all of his money, and we couldn't find it. And I was like, no shit. I was like, and they were like, tell me more about this tree. And I'm like,
tell me where the jars are. No.
Yes. Big tree, and he shows me where the produce is and his farm and this and that. And they were like, people have been digging on the property forever, and they start building a plan. They were like, we need to go out there and get the shovels. And I was sitting across them, and I'm like, so cool. So that is one of the best, and those are some really cool ones. When we get close to murders, though, those get a little crazy, because they're so intense that they want that to come through. I actually kept one time at the same seance that I got the hanging, and I couldn't stop with my neck. Hands start, and she said, somebody, now listen to this, ladies, like, there is like, I don't know, there's abuse in all kinds of marriages, right? And we just hope to get in a marriage that is very loving and this and that and other, and you don't think of how morbid it could be. But my sister kept getting her hands like this, and she was like, listen, they take these hands and they pull them as tight as they can in other ways, and it's almost like she got arthritis, right? But she's like, this is painful, and they're doing it to be ugly to this woman. Mm-hmm. And that was right down from my people, like, right a little bit. She said that she had a family member that, I think it was her grandmother, she would say something out of range or what her husband didn't like, instead of doing physically like him, he would take her fingers and pull them as hard as he could, like to almost break them, so that it was like deforming to her. Yeah. And nobody knew it because he would hide it like that. Yeah. So we got all kinds of cool stuff coming through. A lot of clarity. A lot of people who have passed, like sometimes you get their shadow deaths, like if they have like heart problems and stuff, or if they can't breathe well, you get those coming through. But it's really neat. A lot of they're still there. That's okay. Are you farting, honey, or is that a dog?
Oh, that's my big ass puppy.
I had to tell somebody. I just jumped off a reading, and I told my client, I was like, listen, if you hear anything, it's my large dog over there, man. Like, they're around. They make all kinds of noise, don't they? So I think that's about it. Sometimes we go into like trance mode or like repeating. I did a seance one time at Halloween, and this was the cool thing. It was Halloween, and it was on the Mississippi River, and it was out on this yard, right? And they had this stuff, and it was like I could feel this energy getting closer. And all I knew was there was Native Americans in the woods. I said, but there was an old lady, and like you go pretty much in. She was like on top of us, okay? Coming out of the woods now, she is unhinged. And I said, somebody knows about this and has documented this. And the lady who had us, she was like in college. She was a lady that I was really proud of, that who went back and finished up her courses or whatever. And she said, I just wrote a paper on this older hag that stayed in the woods back here with the Native Americans. And they said she was crazy. I said, ma'am, she is very crazy. And she is coming out of these woods tonight. And it was on it was like Samhain, and it was just so crazy. People got really freaked out. I had to walk that energy off. Like when they get so close, I have to get away and like get that off of me. Intense, man. She was just angry and didn't know why the heck everybody was still there. But other than that, I mean, it's just a hootenanny.
Oh yeah, I know it is. So who else coming? So I know that you and Ashley are coming, and Pat.
Yes.
Is Rhonda coming, or do you know?
No, she actually is flying out. See, Rhonda has a lot of things that she does. Like she is now she's turned into an Airbnb, the Nickerson Sneak. And so people can rent from there. But she also has a husband who lives in California. She lives in Virginia, so she kind of shares that, grandkids, all kinds of stuff. So when she's with us, and it's great. But if she's not, we kind of just try to keep on trucking on, Yeah. We're just happy when she's there. So she's not going to, but it is going to be me, Ashley, and Pat, and awesome. It's going to be fun. If you haven't seen, me and Ashley are very meticulous on this is how our stuff. Pat, she's more grander, I guess you would say, because she does the physical mediumship a lot, but she definitely we've been blessed to be able to do this in a lot of places. So excited.
I'm excited about it. We had in what month are we in? We're in August. In March, when y'all came in March, we got to do the big gallery reading, and that was a huge success. And everybody gushed about how much even the people that didn't have come through, they were like, "Oh, it was great. I loved it. It was great."
Oh my God. No, I get more excited going to some of these and just seeing the interactions. But there was cool stuff, wasn't it? I remember, like, we get to interact with so many, but there was that lady that lost her son. Like, mine.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, and y'all, that's crazy. He was down in Mexico and he was homeless. In Mexico, he ended up down there and he was homeless, and he came through and just wanted her to remember him like he was here. And
right,
gosh, that was so intense. And she came and had a reading with me after that, and there was more things that were brought out that was ridiculous. So that one was a really good one. Like, that was a good connection. He was ready, man. He was ready to talk, and he got to speak with his mother, Yeah,
that's good. I like it. That makes me happy. We're excited, a little nervous because it's a different location, but we're going to be back in our other location in March. We've already talked to them that they should be finished with their stuff, but so it's a little bit different, but it's going to be good.
And I'm excited. Like, sometimes it's good to shake it up. I do love
right.
I don't know why. It's like when we go in there and they got that water fountain in the middle, or the waterfall thing. It makes me think of like we're stepping back in time a little bit. Well,
I'll tell you that this hotel is the same. It's not the same owned by the same company, but it's the same. Sorry, they're trying to keep the dog from coming through the cat door. Her head fits through, but that's all. They're both Holiday Inns. They were designed by the same people, so it has the water feature in the middle, and even the down to the carpet outside is the same. The ballroom's a little bit different, and I think it's skinnier, but we have a longer length, and the walls. So it looks very similar to where we usually have our events. So we're excited about that. We did. Missy, you hadn't even seen it yet, have you? In person. So she'll be seeing it Friday in person. Yep. Right before everybody else. So, but it's set up almost identical to the place we were before. The layout's a little bit different. Where y'all are doing your seance and where we're having seminars is towards the front of the hotel.
Okay.
So it's closer to where people check in. So I'm curious to see how many people are trying to see what's going on while they're checking in and checking out.
Good. Like, I'm excited to just be around y'all too. It's just
I am too.
I miss y'all. We never get to sit down and eat or chat. We're always running, and that's something that I would like to do this time before we leave. Sit down, even if it's a breakfast, even if it's like I just want to visit with y'all and stuff like that. It's always so nice. Plus, it's nice to talk about just our stuff and how everything goes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Well, we were looking because this is our second year, fifth event. Is that right?
I don't know. Y'all been doing good. I found y'all. Missy probably, I don't know if she told you this, Mimi, but I actually found y'all.
At first.
Yes, I did. And I approached y'all and y'all turned.
Wait, what?
Yes. Yeah. Because
I think we were full.
Yep.
No way. Really?
Yeah, it was before I met her at the expo. Yeah.
Our first one. Oh, now I feel like a dumbass.
I was like, cool. And that's why me and Missy were just like thick as thieves, because she was like, hey, you messaged me. And I was like, man, did I? And then it was on like Donkey Kong after that.
Well, our first one,
together,
we were scared shitless. And I'm not going to lie. You can ask Missy. I get like the week before, I will wake up in the middle of the night and be like, oh my God, what did I do? What did I need to do this, not done. And I'll call her and I'll start. She's like, oh, shut up. Because my mind's just going 90 to nothing.
Right.
So the first one, I was terrified. We didn't know if we were going to do it. I took money out of my 401k because I was terrified that we were not going to have enough to cover the ballroom.
But we did.
We did. And we had 20. I think we had 20 booths. Now, when I say 20 booths, that's not the number of vendors because some people get double booths and stuff like that. So we had 20 booths. That's all we had. We're now at 42 booths.
I'm so proud of y'all.
So, and we turn people away. And I've got people messaging saying, hey, we've heard about y'all and we love it. And that makes me so happy because I don't feel big, but I want to be, but not too big. I don't want to be too big, but like
it's gonna keep getting bigger and bigger. Y'all do so amazing. Y'all make sure that who is there is meant to be there, and you have good people that help y'all. Like, I mean, I can't say anything but the best about y'all. Y'all know that. I love y'all outside of the. Even if you didn't do that, I love y'all.
I know we love you too. And we found out that y'all are doing a seminar at Scarefest, and we are so freaking excited because we work Scarefest every year.
Thank you for. I guess we're announcing this now. I'm so excited. Like I. Forever, and I'm like, Ashley, we got to do a live or something in our life, our home life. So I do want to apologize if anybody messaged me, and I don't get to talk a lot. I got a lot going on in life with people getting hurt. With y'all did hear about the whole electric line getting ripped out of the side of my house. Like weird shit's happening, y'all. So I've just been in the farm life. I've been putting up fences and. And stuff, and moving goats and chickens and all that stuff. So if I don't get back to somebody, I apologize, but I try to stay with y'all as much as I can and stuff. And then occasionally in the middle of the night, you'll see me post when I wake up and I'm like, okay, I got to post about this. So we haven't said anything about Scarefest yet, but thank you. I'm going to tell you something else too. We got a table there. So we got a table there.
Oh, good. We'll come by and see you.
Yes, please do. Like, and that kind of slid in because we weren't going to get a table if we didn't become speakers. And they kind of told us a little bit later. Well, I think it was regular time, but we probably already put in for tables if we're going. And they worked with us really good. And they were like, we got some that we put back for speakers. So we will be there full effect the whole weekend.
So we get to hang out then too.
Oh, we party at Scarefest. We're not vendors. We are runners. We run celebrities the whole time. So we're basically like the celebrities bitches. They ask for something, we take it to them. So that's what we have.
Yeah.
I have so many stories about Scarefest. Like, can I share them? Or like, well, I get in trouble?
I don't care.
Okay.
We love Scarefest. I mean, we're all up in it.
We've loved Scarefest for years, and then we took a little bit of a break because life happens and stuff. So this is our first year going back in, I think probably 2 or 3 years. So we don't know how it goes now. Girl, we start out with that first party and the first time, and then the next thing you know, me and Ashley were getting offered to go to the strip club with all these people. Great time. It is great. And I love the handlers. And I call y'all handlers because you do have to handle people.
Oh, yeah.
But I'll tell you, my favorite memory is somebody, I guess they procured, I guess I'm going to say that way, me a scooter because I wanted to drive a scooter so bad. And then I around Scarefest just hitting people on the ass. I was so excited. He literally came and said, you have 10 minutes in this scooter. I said, hot damn, I'm on it. And then I just kept like doing circles. There is videos of me doing circles around this damn
my gosh.
Hooting and like hollering. And I mean, I love me some Scarefest. Later on, I found out that they knew that I had procured their scooter and I didn't know. And I felt so bad. I said, I'm sorry. But some crazy lady. That's me.
We have a blast there. Now I can't tell all of our secrets because we might get in trouble, but we have secrets.
We have stories to tell you.
We can dish over dinner or breakfast or something like that. But we keep snacks and stuff. So hunt us down because we always have snacks and stuff shoved in our bags. If you need something, got to keep. We usually go by Spirit Mechanics, check on them, and give them stuff we need to. Last year, I think they had 15 people sign up, runners wise, and something happened, and there were only 4 of us on Saturday and Sunday.
Wow.
I had like tons of coffee and stuff, and Missy was running, and she couldn't get to me, and I was trying to get out the door with the coffee for all the celebrities, and I had it, and I dropped a cup. And then everything just fell, and I just sat on the floor crying.
I
think there was a lot of crying last year.
There was a lot of crying
last year. Busy last year. It was the busiest it's ever been. It's the most people I've ever seen there. And there's so many big name celebrities coming this year. I think we're going to be running around like psychos this year. So you may not see us but we go to the VIP party. And then we usually hang out with spirit mechanics when we're not there.
Yeah,
at a bar or something.
We usually barely go to sleep on Saturday night into Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
It is so.
And then we go work.
You know, it used to be. Now I don't know if it's like that now, because I'm talking old school. Like, God, I feel like I've been going there forever because that was the biggest one on the East Coast for a long time that I knew of.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember they would keep where they were keeping the celebrities a secret. And if you happened to get a hotel room there, then all of a sudden you were just surrounded by all these people, right?
Right.
And I remember numerous elevator rides with people. We would get this is so funny. Me and Ashley, like, you party, you do your thing, you do all that, right? And then I remember going back to the hotel, and apparently these people had stopped. And they wanted to ask us to join in their festivities, this couple. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
And I am tired. It's only me and Ashley in the hotel room. So literally, Ashley opens the door, and we have been at Scarefest, like, partying, like, a good time. And they're like, they cordially knocked on the door and asked us to be part of their tryst. Ashley said, "I'm sorry. She took her pants off already, and we're going to bed." And just shut the door.
It gets a little crazy. It gets a little crazy. I think we've always heard that what happens at Scarefest stays at Scarefest.
Yep.
I have had.
It's like Vegas.
Yes.
I've seen more after hours than I care to see, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Just because everybody's all in all these hotel rooms and they're acting crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And when it was still connected and we were staying at the Hyatt, we would always stay at the Hyatt so we could just walk over. And to be honest with you, to be able to walk to our room to use the bathroom instead of having to fight people on the floor, we would just run, hit the elevator, go to our room, then come back.
We can't do that now.
We can't do that now because we're across town.
I didn't know that. I haven't. It's been a minute, y'all. I don't know what it's like now. I hear it's got bigger, better.
It's huge. It wraps around.
I am super.
I just have hands growing off of me. It wraps around the block. The line to get in wraps around the block.
Yes. You know what I'm thinking? I need to bring lots of eggs to rub on these people.
Oh yes, you do. You're going to go through a lot. Speaking of eggs, okay.
Yes.
People are constantly saying, "Oh my God, I got to make sure that I get in with Misty for an egg healing. I've got to. I know Shelly. Not Shelly, Stephanie. I think you got Shelly last time. Stephanie's like, no, that's the first thing I'm doing.
What am I doing? People on this table is what you're going to ask. I really don't know. It's the weirdest shit. If you're going to ask me about that, I'm not the only person that says that you look like a different person when you're doing it. Mm-hmm. I feel like you do that. It's, almost like an ancestor thing. Like you look so much older and it doesn't look like you. And I don't mean that in a mean way. It's almost like you're pulling somebody. This makes sense. The big scheme of things. This makes sense. I'm going to tell you why. Because I'm going to accept Dustin telling me that I'm Meemaw now. Because I'm going to say, all right, I'm channeling the Meemaw. And people do say that. You want to know something? I detest being called a healer. I hate it because I hate it because as soon as somebody says that, they think that it's only love and light. And I've talked to spirit mechanics lots, and we have had good conversations, and I love those guys. And one of the things is there's
a few of them in here right now watching.
Y'all better pay me for that good endorsement I gave y'all right now. $5 now. No, I love the aspect of how they talk about, because I believe it too. The people who go in and do these cleansings and then these healings are the ones. They are not the love light. Don't get me wrong, there's an aspect of that, but there's definitely a darker aspect, and we have to understand it, and we have to move with it and understand and respect it. Mm-hmm. And hate when people are like, no, you just give them love and light. Bullshit. Let me tell you, when you come up against something that is bigger than you, that's older than you, you're not going to just give it love and light. I'm going to give that person on my table the insight and it's almost like I have to tell them and let their ancestors give them, I guess, the power to take that itself. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, I can go so far with this, but then it has to be them that takes that final step. It has to be them that says, okay, I gotta cut these ties, or I've really got to do this. So when they're laying on my table, it can be the easiest, the lightest, or it could be the darkest. I had somebody come to me about a Hungarian curse. I'm like, holy shit, I don't know. I don't even, where the hell do I start with that? Right? And I was like, well, I'll give her a shot. Lay down. And most of the time I could tell them some aspects about where it comes from, acts on their body. But then sometimes it's just, y'all need shit moved out of the way so you can get on your path. The road openers are a big thing I do on that table. And I love when people come back and they're like, oh, things are falling into place. Because people don't understand you can have roadblocks on the other side. I know it's weird. I started off as a tarot card reader because I love tarot card readers. I believe that they are more gritty. They see more. It's not just the love and light. And somehow I end up over here, and it's not all fluff, is what I want to tell people.
Right.
I find more people coming to me with curses. I don't know why. Ashley says, "You're taking."
Who the hell's cursing all these people?
You don't understand. In the world of curses, it can be. I had a lady lay on my table, and she looked regular. She looked, there should be nothing wrong. She looked like she was picking up her kids in the line and you know, the school mom, all that.
Yeah.
When she laid down, automatically it smacked me that there was a woman who was really religious that had ill intent for this woman. And I said, okay, there is somebody who, and people believe that you only have to be like a witch, or you only have to be a certain degree to curse somebody. That is not true. Those Bible verses, those are curses in there too. So this woman was just praying that something bad would happen to her. And I thought, and I told her, I was like, man, there's something weird going on here. Come to find out, the whole big story is that she works in child protective services, I guess. And they're trying to take this child away from this woman. And the woman is saying, look, no, don't take my child, but she's mentally off. So she's really targeting this woman, and she already knew about it. Like, she had done all these things. Well, that puts that energy towards you. So even though you might not think it is like a curse, it is an aspect of spiritual. She's throwing energy at you. So that's the thing. Like, some of those things come to be cool. Sometimes it's through generations. Sometimes it's easy. Sometimes they're just easy breezy. I had something happen at y'all's last time. I was thrilled about it, and it's kind of changed my perspective on a lot of things and a lot of people that do what we do, because a lot of people were reaching out for different reasons. But I think y'all know about this, and it literally was at your event. A lady found me, said that she did not know me beforehand, but then told Ashley and Amanda she did, and she gave me my name back, which is, I get it. Misty is not that unique, but it was really weird. I was like, you could tell that this wasn't jiving right. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then by the end of it, she acknowledged that she had something in her. She didn't know if it was multiple personalities or whether it was that she had conjured this thing, and she could tell me and I could see it in her. It was almost like a black shadow that laid down on top of her body and melted in. And I was on how she would access it, and how I saw her, like that rapid eye movement and stuff, is actually how I saw her when she started striking. Because it scared me, because when I was doing her feet, they have their eyes closed, and I'm literally, normally I have my back towards their upper while I hold onto their feet, right? And I saw her like come up and just gollywop me, and it scared me so much. It was like through my, like I could physically see this, but I had my eyes closed and I was working on my feet. When I turned around, her eyes were moving so fast, and it was close, and I was like, this is so weird. When I got to talk to her later on, I was like, there's something it's coming through like this. And she said she validated that. She said that how she accessed it was rapid eye movement, that she had been conditioning herself to do that since she was 13, and that when it took over, then other people had to pay. So she physically got physical with these things. Hell, if I knew any of this, other than I physically saw it coming at me, and she was accessing it. She wanted it in her life. At that point, there's nothing I could do. If she had said, please help me, I could help you. But if you're wanting this, you're asking this to come into your life, until you realize that you need to sever ties with them. There's nothing I could do. I told her either you need to figure out whether this is spiritual or this is not spiritual. And I gave her ways to figure out. And I said, if not, you need to go to a doctor. Then it's going to be multiple personalities and I don't know what's in there. But nobody taught that. I said, have you gone to these before? And she said, yes. Then she makes her way back to me and tells me that she did know who I was and that she felt things were trying to keep her away and she drove hours to get to me.
Wow.
It was crazy. So I left with that energy setting on me. And if y'all could see, like Ashley and Amanda are sitting at the table and I keep working on this girl. She's got her eyes just moving. And I'm just like looking at them like, help me. And it's like, hey. I'm like, you know.
The things we miss.
And I tell you what, it changed my perception of the field because as I put that out there, I had people reaching out, but not for the reasons you would believe. Because I was like, okay, where do I go on my knowledge of what I need to do to take care of this if she had said I need help? And that's where I have respect for spirit mechanics because I talked a long time in depth and I love those guys. And, you know, it was just, they were on the same page with me. A lot of people just wanted to know what, or they wanted to, how certain things can happen. And I was like, no, it just gave me a different perception of make sure who you're going to get that shit taken off is real. Make sure that
Right.
Make sure that you have people saying, hey man, you should get one of these by these people, or that they have some, because we're really dealing with a field that you have to take people on their word.
Right.
So there's nobody that can vouch for these people. Don't give, you are giving your energy to that situation. Make sure they know how to handle it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I think when it comes to spirit mechanics, I had the chance last time at our last event to go on a case with them and work a case with them. I've never done that before. And our little sister, who, by the way, sees dead people, but she shut it off because it was causing her problems in her relationships.
Right.
And it creeped her out. Every once in a while I'll be like, oh hell, what was that? But not like she did. She would sat up and they're standing right there. I see them and she would describe it. And when we were younger, we thought she was full of shit, but then I would see her do it and the person would be like, oh my God, that's so-and-so and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, oh, okay. We really did think she was full of shit because half the time she is full of shit about stuff, but we love her.
It Ashley, yeah.
Yeah, she's the one that got married last time. So
I was going to ask, yes.
So we went and they will tell you, and hello, be careful what you wish for. Because I've always wanted to go and be a fly on the wall, but when you're with spirit mechanics, if they take you to a case, you are not a fly on the wall.
Right. No, you're going to work.
I sobbed like 3 times on that case.
Aww.
So hard. And this one over here is over here laughing at me.
She crossed over her first spirit is what she did.
Oh.
And she didn't want to go. And I was like, and I've never had that experience where I actually could sit down and feel somebody and tell you everything about that person and then just feel like they were standing right there. I could feel her standing right there with her hand on my shoulder. And it freaked me out.
Yeah.
But it also, I felt like I could feel everything that she was feeling. And it just, yeah, I know. Dustin said she did cry a lot. I did cry a lot.
I got to tell you, no, honey, if you don't know I'm glad you were with them when you were like, oh gosh, you know, this is what this feels like. If you're out there and you don't know what it feels like, you're screwed up, man. And we about took 6 months off one time going to get out of the field. We didn't know what the hell. South, and I used to get so close that you could feel everything, right? You could feel all of the everything. Back then I didn't know what the hell it was. So I'm glad you were with them.
Well, and our little sister beforehand, she goes, I don't want you to go. There's something creepy out there. I feel like there's something bad out there. I don't want you to go. I said, if I wouldn't go if it was somebody I didn't trust, but with them, I was like, they're not going to let anything happen to me.
Right. Yes.
So, and that's the kind of trust that I have in them to do things. And I feel like if you're going to ask me, you should have that level of trust in people when you're asking them to do things.
Yes. Oh my God. Thank you. And you know, after what happened with actually, right? I said that where this happened. Another group went out there with their people and they heard our story, right? Do you know very big experienced group messaging us in the middle
talking
and said literally, I don't know how to deal with this. They don't know how to deal with what's happening with us. And I'm like walking them through. And if I was to drop the name of that group back then, it would just like put people on ears. And that's what I'm finding. Like, I feel like a lot of here just meant to help God. And as long as I can help and guide people, I will tell y'all something though. Since that experience at y'all's event at Sacred Journeys, I'm going to yell this for the ones in the back. I really have, for some reason, really wanted to dive into really helping people that are afflicted with things that are like that. Honey, I have started watching nuns make rosary. So I'm going to bring some rosaries this weekend.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Like, I'm like, okay, I understand that because it's weird. I feel like I need that in my arsenal. So maybe I don't understand everything aspects of it, but I know the spirit world does. And I know I understand my prayers. So somewhere in the middle, I need to bridge that. So yeah, man, I have been researching, the Pope's exorcist, that gentleman. Well, the real gentleman really did some amazing things. Now he's a little bit out there. He believes yoga is of the devil because he believes that it makes you think different and then the devil can get in there. But some of the stuff that he did, and he does, I believe in it a lot. He says sometimes you just got to give them the power to take their lives back. And that's all they need. And I realized that was a big aspect of it. So I know this has went all the way around from us being tarot card readers and seances, but I don't know what I do and the table that I do with people, I feel is a little bit bigger. And it's weird to find ourselves there, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I got here.
So since we've been doing markets, honestly, I think that we've been really lucky in the people that we've gotten come to our markets. I think we've had like the energy is always really good. We've had a few misses here and there that, but you can only go by what people say in the application. So, and we try to keep it even. I'm curious to see where our setup's a little bit different this time. So I'm curious to see how the setup goes because I know our other setup works. Yes. So I'm curious to see if this one works because I tell all of them, I'm like, there's a method to our madness. I know it doesn't look like a method to y'all, but there's a reason
we people in place. We put people in places for a reason.
So we've had events where we knew that some of our vendors may not have the best energy from, so
she's like, I got you.
Yeah. we place certain readers and vendors and healers and, based off the energy we think they give. And we want to balance it out throughout the whole room. Right. So, and it's worked so far. And I'm hoping that our vendors, the ones that have been with us since day one, will come to us and go, something's off. The energy's, something's off. We need to do something.
I've seen y'all do that. Look, that booth over there, right there. Not that y'all are saying, oh, that one or whatever. It's just that you can feel the difference because you're vibrating so high. Y'all got y'all's energy up here and you're making sure everything's good. So when somebody comes in and they're just, and
it's not necessarily the vendor. It could be something that they have at their booth that's wrong or something is just not vibing, or it could be somebody that's with them. You never know. But when we kind of feel that, and we have our go-to people that we know if we put in certain areas, that's going to be a little bubble of good energy. So we try to place our bubbles around the people that we don't really know.
How y'all set it up when y'all like starting at the spirit mechanics, then it comes to us, and then was when Ken Boggle was that I am in hog heaven in that corner. I'm like, this is
then I'm glad because it's spirit mechanics, y'all, and then Ken Boggle.
You've got one on each side of you.
I love it. And you want to know what's really weird. I guess people coming out need to understand this. I think all of us have seen the coolness of this. Somebody will start off on spirit mechanics, me, or they'll go to them and they'll be like, they said the exact same thing. Now we know nothing what the heck happening. Our booths are way apart. We don't talk to each other like that. Or either Ken will be over here and things, and they'll be like, oh yeah, the energy, and I heard y'all talk. It's almost like you go down that, it's very much in sync, and we don't even know it. That's you know.
And then we try to, so we try to keep our readers apart from our vendors a little bit. There's so many people now that do reading and vending that's kind of hard to do that now. But and it was like the circle. You go around the circle. So, but now it's Misty, when they open the doors, they're going to see the Sisterhood when they open the doors. Like a glowing light, because y'all are in the back, and the two of y'all, because we got our featured guests lined up in the back, and the owl goes straight to you. But there's, and then it's little owls off with readers and vendors and all that.
Cool. Like,
so I want to see how it works. I promise you that the people that have been with us since day one will let us know if it doesn't work.
Y'all's events. I'm just excited for it.
I can't believe it's already this weekend. I've been
honey, I've been crafting and all kinds of stuff, like trying to make some of my stuff, like my keychains. I'm getting ready to do my
I gotta get more manifestation beads from you because I wore the shit out of them.
Listen, I'm going to tell everybody on that too. I'm using a new formula because I realized I love the feel of my first ones because they're like cotton based, but as you put that intent in there, it's like it can't hold it. So I had to go different one because that's a lot of energy that goes through these beads. You know what I'm saying? And we're really manifesting, or if you've got a really powerful person where you have put that on there. So I'm using a different material. So I'm hoping that it won't, because I've had some do it to me too. And in the weirdest places it'll happen. Like I've had people on investigations get in touch with me and be like, okay, yeah, something weird happened right here. And now it's like it would break or something. And I'm like, well, what were you doing? Who were you around? And then when you find out who they were around, because that black string that goes through it, that's all me and protecting you. You do the rest after that, but that's what I give you. And then they'll be like, yeah, I was in I had this one gentleman be like, yeah, I was at Jim Jones's church, and da-da-da. And I'm like, and then he had this profound experience, and I'm like, is this where this happened? Because you know, so a lot of my stuff is like my keychains, they will bust if they take a hit for you, and I tell people that, and then you just get in touch with me, I'll send you another vial, but it's my spell in there, my recipe or whatever, and that's what it's supposed to do. So I've been crafting or putting my little mat out in the world.
We made Florida water.
Oh
yeah, I said, you know,
it was like our baby. We were just
our baby. Yes, we did.
Do you know y'all stuff all the time? Like every time I do a reading, I spray it with that prosperity on my altar cloth.
We sold out of that. We gotta make some more. We don't have any.
Yeah, we can't keep it.
I'm telling you because it works. I've been oh gosh, I don't know how that happened.
You got excited
at some shows and nobody is doing okay. So example, me and Pat went to this one show, right? And we went in and there was nobody that showed up, but like 10 or so people. And I think it was just an off weekend. Do you know that me and Pat though were the only, we stayed busy the whole time. How that happened. I don't know, then 10 people just come to us or whatever. And I was spraying that spray everywhere, honey. I put it all on my tables.
Oh, trust me, we will spray the whole room.
Yes. Every time, even when I'm at home, I'm like, I spray my altar cloths when I'm getting ready to do readings, because if it's good enough, they're going to refer people or they're going to do I spray the heck out of that stuff. I really do. So it's good. Y'all, I need to get some of that. And if there's one bottle left, you leave it for me because I got to come get it.
I don't think we have any bottles left. I think we got to make
one bottle left.
We have one bottle. Misty said that's her bottle.
That's fine.
But so the Florida water we got excited about. We've never done it before, and we went by a basic recipe and then kind of added some stuff in there.
Dude, that's the best.
We're kitchen witches. That's what we are.
Look, I came home. My child is in marching band, and which has taken up my whole summer. And she came home and said her feet were hurting one day. I was like, hold please. And I'm like walking through the kitchen with all these herb jars and stuff. Chris is like, what you doing? I said, I'm making shit for her feet.
Psycho.
I love it. Oh my gosh. See, everybody's got, I love that. I love that y'all conjure this stuff up. That's what we do too. I love that. I love that we're taking it back. It's not just about
She said it worked though.
Oh my, y'all could smell my protection, like my protection vials that I have and stuff. And as I'm grinding that stuff up, it smells like a Vicks Vapor Rub, and I'm addicted to Vicks Vapor Rub. And I'm like, smell this container, and everybody's like, Jesus, stop doing that.
It'll open up your sinuses.
Yes, and I'm like, I don't know how I got a protection potion and things like that, or a mixture that smells like Vicks Vapor Rub, but I'm loving it. I'm loving every bit of it, baby.
Okay, serious question. Are y'all bringing books with you?
Are we waiting? Oh, I should have had one to show you. We got a new shipment in today. Yes, we are bringing our newest books, Appalachian Conjuring. I'm pretty sure Pat has her new book too.
Good, because I got to get them.
Yeah, I
have the. Wait, which one do we have? What do we get? The spells and the stories. Okay. So I need them all. So I was just making sure y'all were ready.
Yes, I'm pretty sure Pat is, and I'm pretty sure we just got a new shipment, and this has got 100 spells in it. Every has her own area. I have my own area, and Rhonda has her own area in our book. How it's divvied up, so you're going to get 3 different views on witchcraft, on making spells and stuff. Mine is more root. You will see mine is. I'm very minimalistic, but I am like.
You're a Capricorn, aren't you?
Yes.
That's why we're awesome.
I know. I'm telling you, we cling to that earth and that root, honey.
Oh, love it.
Not me.
Yeah,
Fire.
You're out there lighting everything up. That's what's going on. But yeah, so I'm really into that. I'm in these mountains. That's something that they do a lot. We didn't have a lot of mountains. None of us did. We're just trying to survive. So they would take the minimalistic things and make it. And I'm trying to put that across. People have asked us why we didn't put Bible verses in our book. And it's very simple. And people have asked me too, why didn't I give what I do in my healings? Not my healings, but my cleansings. I guess I want to put it that way. It's very simple. Everybody knows that Appalachian Witch is based, if you're, how do I put this? A true conjurer in the mountains. They really use Bible verses, because most of them were going to church. They didn't want to take on that term as a witch. I am an Appalachian witch, but I have the granny roots, right? Which is the ones that would conjure by the Bible. They would do workings by the Bible. So what happens is when that happens, you use these the verses. Now you can stop blood, you can do all these things. So people were like, well, why didn't you put that in your book? I actually had a beautiful example today when we were on Patient's show earlier. She said that because she wanted it to be that everybody could do this, no matter what you believed in. So if you want to put Bible verses, then you can put Bible verses with hers. Mine is more simple than that. If I give you my prayers, they will stop. In the mountains, we believe. That's why you saw very few granny women. It wasn't like a marching band of granny women. It was because they had to pass that on. And as soon as that granny passed that on, then it stopped for her. So I can tell you so far into my cleansings, but you have to make that connection with your ancestors. You have to make those prayers for the other side that they. But other than that, there's so many great things in the book and stuff. Not scriptures if you're looking for scriptures, but we could take you down that road if you want that personally. Just not our personal prayers. I know that.
I think everybody they hear witch, they hear all this stuff, and they automatically think, it's the devil. I am sorry. Our mom was very religious and very devout Catholic. Yep. But you know what? She had herbal remedies that she used and all kinds of stuff like that. It's the same thing. The Catholic Church has sigils. I don't care what anybody says. They have them. And they use the same. It's the same thing. It's just people are processing it differently, I guess, is the best way to.
It makes them feel good to have everybody in a little box. So if you're Catholic, you're Catholic. If you're a witch, you're a witch. But they don't understand that they really are blending. You know what I'm saying? Hoodoo, the practice of hoodoo is beautiful. It's root work. Plus it uses Catholic deities. So most of the people who do hoodoo work, they pray to God. They pray to the saints, the same thing. And it's beautiful. Everybody is mixed now, and And as soon as we realize it's just one big flow of energy and how we harness it, then there won't be no on any of this. Even though I ain't going to tell you my prayers. That's personal.
I mean, when you're praying, you're doing the same thing. You're doing the same type thing. You're asking for help. It's the same thing. So it's just, I guess some people take it a lot darker than I care to go. But, I think people are opening up to it a lot more now than they used to be. But I don't care what anybody says. And my mom may come and strike me down right now. Our mom was a damn witch. She never admitted. I swear to God, she was a witch.
Well, that's the way our whole family is. It's like they acknowledge any of this. And when we got digging in for our first book that we wrote on the Sisterhood, right? Our dad literally was like, yeah, we were removing warts. We were doing this. And he said it perfectly. We were at Christmas because I was like, is there anything else we need to add, Daddy? Blah, blah, blah. And they are all very close-lipped. They can tell you all these superstitious things or things we're supposed to do, but they don't see it as witchcraft. They just see it as, we got to do that because if not, bad things will happen. You see? And then he just said, if we were on the term of witches, we would have been lynched. We would have been hung. And so that's the way they do it in the mountains. So your mom and your lineage and our lineage, the same thing. They just didn't want social. How do you say it? We're not going to say that because it sounds like I'm saying screwing. But they didn't want to be looked bad on.
Yeah. Right.
But yeah. So they
didn't want to be ostracized, considered something weird.
Scrutiny. They didn't want.
Yeah, scrutiny. That's it.
There you go.
Well, and then at y'all's gallery reading, Pat, our grandmother came through, and I will tell you, our grandmother was Methodist and was the most devout, Bible reading every single night before she went to bed.
Before bed.
So when Pat was describing her, I looked at me because at first, when she first said somebody was coming through, I looked at Missy. I was like, "Oh, it's Mom. I know it's Mom." And then she started describing her. I was like, "Well, that's Meemaw, and not the Meemaw that's down here, but our Meemaw."
Yeah. And she's the last person we would have thought
out of anybody we thought
would have come
the very last person.
And they vibrate different. Sometimes when people are super, super religious, I get a pushback. It's so weird. And I will say, okay, so they were really religious. I could feel this because they still, if I take the term of certain things, it's weird. Even though they're over there and they see things, their humanly thoughts sometimes they'll go with them. So sometimes they don't want to. Sometimes they don't care. They just see a light and they see something that they can transfer, and they're like, "Tell them this," and da da da. But sometimes even on the other side, like Ashley says, if they're assholes here, they're assholes there. Sometimes, so they want to talk. But I love that she came through. I love that because that just shows you it's just the energy flow. You know?
It blew my mind. I was so shocked that it was her. Okay, so I know we're getting towards the end of time. We're supposed to announce a winner for our weekend pass, and I'm going to post it on Facebook, and I'm going to get you to select a number for me.
Oh man! Oh gosh, keep it low. I can't count good.
It'll be low.
Okay. How many do I pick? Just one or two?
Just one.
Okay.
Just one. Just a random number. Just pick a random number. It comes to you.
24. Is that too high?
Kind of. I mean, I could go and count down. Now, go lower.
All right. God, I feel like I should really hone in on this. 11.
Okay, got it. Casey Flagg.
Casey Flagg, you're the winner of
Weekend Pass.
The Weekend Pass to Sacred Journey Market. Yes.
Yay, that's so cool.
Okay. So that's who won the Weekend Pass. Hold on, there was something else I was going to say. We got to push y'all.
Yep. Now, Ken has a gallery reading too, doesn't it?
Yes, he does.
Ken does have a gallery reading. Oh, and let me tell you, Missy's going to tell you because she ain't talked. I've been running my fucking mouth.
I know, she's been running her mouth. I didn't know what to say. With Ken's gallery reading, if we sell it out, he's getting a tattoo of our Sacred Journey logo.
Right on. Oh my God, that's so cool. Are you going to put it right on his ass?
I don't know where
That's
he's
what
going
I said. I
to
said,
That's
"It's
what
going
she
to
said. That's what she said.
Yeah.
So he's going to get a tattoo now, and we didn't tell him that we sold out at your gallery reading last. Actually, we oversold. We sold out at your gallery reading, and then we sold like 6 or 7 more tickets to get into your gallery reading. So his number of max tickets is lower than what y'all's was. So I'm like, yeah, we're gonna.
We're like, yes.
Get a tattoo.
Y'all
So we have Ken's gallery reading is Sunday at 1:00. Is that right? Did I say that right? It's at 1:00. It is $25 to get in. And then if you get in, it's $5 to get into the event for the weekend or for the day, or like $7 for the weekend. We'll give you a discount. That's basically just to cover our processing fees. If you come in and you pay cash to go to his thing that day, guess what? You're getting in for free because we just want to cover those processing fees.
Y'all got video or what? I can't wait.
We're going to have to go with him.
He said if he gets his tattoo, he will Facebook Live it.
Oh,
yes.
yes.
Yes, Dustin, you can be security again.
Yes, Dustin, you can be security.
Listen, not only if this is the Dustin, I think he's got to have hard candy and help me maul.
He said he's bringing hard candy. Someone said they were bringing hard candy.
It was either him or Raymond.
Okay, well, somebody better, and you better push my bags. He knows the regimen here.
Right. So
I fall down.
It's Raymond. Raymond said he's bringing hard candy.
Dustin said it was me. They're both bringing. She's my Meemaw. He said she's my Meemaw.
It is so. You know, when he first started saying that, I'd get so bad. I'd be like, "You son of a bitch! I'm not that old." And then I thought, "Shit, my knees are really hurting. Help me out, damn it!"
You probably are because he's a baby.
He is, but he looks like he was like a clone of Spirit Mechanics. I'm like, are y'all all related? And they're like, no. And I'm like,
I think they've just been around each other too long.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have on Saturday night at 6:30. So this is after the event close.
Okay.
Is when y'all say, "I'm so sorry. My dog has been an ass tonight."
It's okay. I had to come in the bedroom room, guys. You like to because my dog she's old and she is into everything, man. I'm like, you can't even walk. What the hell are you doing over there?
She's a damn puppy. And she doesn't act like this unless her daddy's at home. And daddy's at home and he's probably antagonizing her and they're in there acting stupid. And yeah. So or he's not playing with her and she's pissed and she's barking at him to play with her. But 6:30 on Saturday night is the seance. This is another ticketed event. Tickets are $50. We have 6 left. So
I'm excited.
And if the people that have told me they want to go, we're going to sell out. So,
well, okay. Let me ask you, if it was, so Ken is, how far away is he from his tickets? Because we'll push it. I want to see, we
got to push it. We got to push it.
I want to see that tattoo. I want to see it pretty. You know what I'm saying?
I know. I feel like Ken is good. We're going to sell a lot at the door for Ken because that's just
we do a lot at the door.
I think
last year. Remember that? You were like, ladies, we're going to sell.
Yeah, they were coming. They were buying them online right before they walked in the door. I'm like, dude, why didn't you just pay us cash? It would have cost us less money.
Now, guys, if you want to buy them,
Dustin does bully people into buying stuff too, so
good.
He's getting a tattoo. I don't care what anybody says. We're gonna make sure
it's gonna happen.
We'll be buying tickets ourselves. Be like, okay, you're going. No,
I mean, we had one person say, "I just paid $200 just to see it happen."
I'm excited about this. I'm telling you, he's a great guy. You know, and that's another thing. Y'all don't know this. We had seen him around, and he had been at Scarefest, and he had been these places. But we talk a little bit more than that. except at y'all's event. Like I'm telling you, I love y'all's event. Like we get to sit and talk with people that we normally wouldn't. We get to, it's just a good time. So if people ain't there, then it's their own damn fault. And they're
that's stupid if they don't come, because we have a good time. I mean, honestly, we do it for selfish reasons because we like hanging out with all of y'all.
Yeah, we don't do it for monetary value. It's for sanity.
Yeah, it's our happy place.
Well, it's my happy place too. So I'm glad y'all keep doing it then.
We're planning on it.
Yeah.
At one time, we was like, oh, we're going to do it once a quarter. We're going to do it 4 times a year. Well, we did an event last month with Ascending Shadows.
Yes, you did. How did that go?
Oh, my God. It was
amazing.
Good. It was amazing. And honestly, those girls, I swear to God, they are marketing fiends. They were out passing out flyers. They were going to events, passing out flyers. They were at an event not too long ago, passing out Sacred Journey flyers. And we were worried because, number one, we had never done it. It was free admission to get in, so we weren't making money off people coming in, and which was fine. We don't really care. We were doing it. We wanted to see how it would go. It was at a winery.
In the middle of nowhere.
In the middle. And when I say the middle of nowhere, the middle of nowhere. Like, there's cornfields and stuff. There was nothing there. So this winery's out in the middle of nowhere. We're terrified. We're like, nobody's going to show up, and everybody's going to be pissed off at us.
Then it poured down rain.
And then
rain.
Monsoon. Thunderstorm. It was horrible. Like, we were hydroplaning getting there to set up.
Oh, my.
Half the people were standing inside waiting to set up. So we got started probably about an hour late, maybe.
Yeah, the rain stopped right before we were supposed to start.
So everybody's like rushing to set up. We were moving tables in the rain. I got a gallon of water dumped on me off of an umbrella.
We were dripping wet, literally.
We were soaked.
Oh.
And we were moving everything. It was going from 1 to 9. Mm-hmm. We got there about 11 for setup. Mm-hmm. Probably about 12:30 is about when it slowed up and everybody said, forget it, we're going to set up regardless if it's raining or not. At 1 o'clock on the dot, the floodgates opened to people. Just start coming in. I was like, what the hell? There was no parking. The food truck we had.
They sold out an hour. Was it an hour?
They sold out 2 hours of their food. All their food. All they had was grapes. That's the only thing they had left in their truck. They were making smaller versions of the things that they make just so they would have something to sell.
My God.
Ken,
Lord.
Ken was exhausted.
Ken was so tired. I think he left an hour early. He's like, I can't do any more reading. I'm so tired. Right. And we had, hey, Bridget, speaking of Bridget, her husband, it was his first outing event that he did readings at, and he did like 16 readings or some shit like that.
Oh, awesome. God,
at his very first event, and he had never, Jesus, my child's taking out stuff. She's over here painting a portrait of herself or something.
Myself?
I'm joking.
I was painting a portrait.
So it was, hey kids, walking in.
Yeah.
So it was just insane. I was completely blown away by the amount of people who were there. I didn't do a whole lot of reading because I was running around acting like a fool, and I drank way too much wine. And got a little loopy for a little while.
It was fun, though.
But it was good. Wine slushies, wine. Wow. It was charcuterie.
Charcuteries. You mean them? Oh, God. Them so boards. Oh, I love them.
So it was
we call it a coochie board.
Yeah, so we did call it a coochie board. But there were people out there. It was nice because we had people coming out there that don't usually go to wineries, but were coming for the event. Well, then you had people coming that would go to wineries that had never been to an event like that. They were like, ooh, what's all this? And started digging around and checking things out. So it was nice. It was kind of a nice mix of people. We had a good time, but we were worn out when we were done.
I am proud. I'm glad that was y'all's first event doing it at the winery, right? And
mm-hmm.
Look, I ain't gonna lie. If y'all ever need us to come to that, I was like, y'all have a good idea here. I know it's gonna go amazing, but if y'all want us at anything, you just let us know. I will truck my happy ass right on over.
You can bring your happy ass to any event that we ever do. I promise you.
I will never invite myself other than when I bombarded at the beginning, and then she turned me down, and that could be told that Miss turned me down, but I was faithful and I continued to pursue her.
I'm glad you did. I am so glad you did.
By the way, can I shout out something really quick? I know that we are hours, so we're probably going to quit real quick, but I want to tell you what I'm proud of, other than the book that we just got released and stuff like that. Season of the Witch is now on Tubi, y'all.
I know it's in my list.
What? That's
so I
awesome.
can watch it again.
I've already watched it. I rented it when it came out and watched it.
Yeah, we watched it.
I
we watched it together. That's right. We waited until we were together for a weekend and we watched it.
I was really excited, and I will tell you Airfest stuff, things that, you know, some cool things that we know about that, but I was just really cool. It opens up a different demographic. People have to go to Amazon or they got to pay for it or things like that. It's normally a demographic that are really looking for it. Tubi, you just get to see it. And then
I know, it's great. That's awesome.
We had more people reaching out, more people that were, it like revived it a little bit. So just wanted to give that shout out there. And it's just kind of cool to see it on Tubi, you know, and then hopefully it doesn't stop there. Hopefully some of the things or the blessings doesn't stop there. But
I hope y'all do more. I would love, I'm not lying. I would love to see y'all.
Put it out there, whatever manifestations you want for us.
I would love to see y'all actually working in a film.
Yes. Okay. So, oh my gosh, I have so many things I need to talk to spirit mechanics about. But just to get some, like a little bit of, I guess, knowledge and stuff on y'all's end, because I think we know some of the same people. But that is a dream of me and Ashley's, and like Pat's too. You know, we've really discussed. We want somebody on the road with us, like see this shit that happens. See these.
Can
like,
I quit my job and come with you?
I'll bring you water.
Oh, I'm serious. Like, if there's anybody out there listening right now, serious, this is the best thing. If y'all could come on the road, like if there was a crew that would come on the road with us, I'm putting it out to the world, guys. So y'all push this, okay? That would come with us and go to these events. This shit would change. They would be like, "Are you joking?" Because like sometimes we lay in the bed at night and we're like, "Did that really just happen today?" Like just talking
What you could do, instead of having to take a crew on the road with you to all of your events and stuff like that, number one, get waivers signed by the people you're working on.
Yes.
Yes.
You know, come on, you know that Cappy brain's thinking about all the business stuff. Get you a camera or something and find somebody at the events to film stuff for you, and you can put snippets in from different events. Then you're not paying people to go with you, and you can have it all together and find a good filmmaker that can put it all together with information.
I would love that. Like I can, okay, so you friends and us Aries or whoever our fire signs here, you know, we can do it. Like if we put our minds to it, we can do anything we want. God, is that taxing then? Then I have to take care of it. So I do need somebody. You're correct. And if there was somebody that, and we have Amanda with us sometimes and stuff, but she's helping us. If you've ever seen her, she is, I think it is Miss Kim, right? To Ken, who takes care of him, Mama Kim. And then
she's y'all Mama Amanda instead of Mama Kim.
Yes, that's exactly. So if you ever see her, she's our front line, man. She's like, okay, what do you need? Make sure. So it's really taxing on her. Like we've tried to get her. So we do need somebody, and then give it to somebody. They could put it all together. Like literally, people will be blown out. Wait, because the thing that I went to last year with y'all, like no, it was in the spring, right? And that lady came through, and she either was demonically possessed or had multiple personalities. Right. You can't make that shit up, man. Like you can't make this stuff up that happens on the road. So putting it out there, y'all ladies push it. This is what we need.
All right. So you just make you up a little word waiver, film waiver. Find you one. Bring it with you.
I'll do that. I can just send you ours.
Oh yeah, she's got a film waiver. Never mind. She could just send you theirs.
There you go. Thank you.
I'm a manager, so I know.
So and then we can film snippets of stuff and send them to you when you're at Sacred Journey. If y'all want stuff from Sacred Journey. Just tell us what you want us to record, because I would love to sneak in and record some of the seance if y'all didn't care.
Yes, ma'am. Only, you know, we have recorded some, but and we just ask anybody who sits in there with us, we just want to make sure that they're okay with it. But other than that, just like the waivers for, you know, my cleansings and our readings and things like that. I wish people could go on this journey with us. I wish they could see all these things. Like crazy. It's
Season of the Witch was amazing. But I think if it shows y'all actually doing the work and giving you the information while you're doing it, I think people will understand better and maybe be more open to it.
Raymond, are you still on here?
Who?
Raymond. That's who you need to talk to.
Yeah, talk to him. He films stuff for Spirit Mechanics.
Really?
Girl, we need to talk.
We're just gonna have to have a night. Y'all staying in the hotel, right?
I keep telling y'all we need dinner because there's bigger things that I want to talk to y'all about too. Because like I said, I think y'all know some of the same people we know. Like there's, and Ashley will kill me if I say this, so I'm going to keep my mouth shut on this. But
yeah.
I am really putting out here because anybody can go and film themselves on the road, right? But y'all know the things that Spirit Mechanics get in, the things that we get in, you know, it is not your usual. And people would find it hilarious. They would find it touching. They would find it moving. And it just needs to be put out there somewhere. And
I'm still upset there's no video of us stabbing the ground. That's all I'm going to say.
We stabbed the ground in a ritualistic fashion with a butter knife.
I'm impressed. Where is this film?
We didn't get it on film.
But we were like, I felt like I was in The Craft or something. I was like, let's go.
I mean, we were, it was, yes.
And we giggled afterwards. Then we ran inside because they told us to move. We needed to go inside
because
now.
When Spirit Mechanics tells you need to go and we need to go inside and we need to go inside now, and you say, do I need to hurry or do I need to hurry? And they say, you need to hurry.
You
run.
Do you know, I'm talking a lot about Spirit Mechanics because those guys, we knew them for years. Y'all know that, right? Like, again, Misty's in her own fucking little bubble. And they were like, first time, like, I think we were around each other again. I think it was the Energy Expo, like, years ago when Coyote Sutton was like, it was the three of us, like me and Ashley, and then the Spirit Mechanics. And they were like, we've been beside you at Scarefest before. Y'all, I was back in the day. I could put the alcohol away because I can't even say if I was sober or not at that time. I'm going to be very honest. And I'm like, I don't remember. You know, it's a good party back in the day. Now, Mama don't do none of that. I mean, I'm the straight and narrow, but I did not remember. And then the more we get put beside each other, I'm like, shit, we are a lot alike. Do you know they put my ass in test, right? Y'all know this? Did you know? Like, they'll come over, they'll be like, hey, man, you want to come over here and just hold this for a minute or something? I'm like, y'all are testing me right now. And then they'll be like, oh, really? She's smart enough to catch on. And I'm like, hell yeah, I am. Like, I understand the game, guys.
Well, hell, this is my 8th or 9th year at Scarefest working.
Yeah.
And Missy's been there over 10.
And that has been a long, long time. So it's weird. Like, y'all don't understand, but they put y'all through tests and you don't even understand unless you're of nature. And you're like, son of a bitch, I know what you're doing. And then they're like, yeah, we are doing this. But to a normal person isn't of our world or what we do, they wouldn't know. But your things that happen tells us a lot about you. Like, when I walked up with that lady this last time, I keep bringing her up because her energy was so crazy and I can't get sucked back into that. But just me talking to her for a few seconds, I could tell you a lot about her because of that energy shift that she had. I was like, whoa, man, you got a lot in here. And they do that too. So I thought that was really cool. I've never met other people that can do that. Not saying that other people can't. I'm not discrediting anybody, but to see that replicated, and I would have never known unless a customer at the Sacred Journey, I don't know what the hell you're doing there, but she read by them, and then she came over and I did my cleansing, and I was pointing to certain parts on her body and I was saying certain things, and I said, this is where I don't know why I have spirit communication here, blah blah blah. And she was like, you know what, those guys just said the same thing, but they called it my well of spirits, blah blah blah. Do you know, I've been telling people that for years but never had a technical term, but I knew as a reader on the body what it was, but didn't know that technical term. That's, I think, when we both were like, wait a minute, we're doing the same thing at different spectrums and we didn't even realize. So then when we got to talking, then I was like, shit, man, like it's different and it's complex, and everybody should just come to the Sacred Door. It's changing lives. Shit, y'all.
Well, I mean, honestly, when we started it, we wanted it to have that place. I mean, there's events everywhere, and there's really big ones that are just, I've been into a very large one and it was too much energy and I had to step away. And that was before I knew anything. I was like, I don't know what's going on. I'm like crying. This girl comes up to me. She's like, you need to put this on you and hold this. And I'm like, okay, I don't know what's going on. But the group we have, and I know we talk a lot about Kim. We talk about a lot about the Sisterhood. We talk a lot about spirit mechanics because that's our featured guest. But
right,
we probably spirit mechanics. We and Kim, we have a lot of experience with. We've known them for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
Missy's known them forever and ever. I've known them since I moved here 9 years ago. So we've known them a long time. So we have a lot of history with them. I've learned a lot of things from them.
yeah.
And my very first tarot reading was from Ken. So my very first one, I just looked at him. I said, "Just don't tell me I'm going to die. That's all I need you not to do."
And
he said, "I ain't going to tell you you're going to die," because I was scared to get a reading.
Right.
But the other people we have, and I can't. I'll show the video again when we get off here of all the stuff. You can go to our website. We have everybody on our website. But I mean, I'm sitting here looking at 2 giant crystals that I have from Deb from Rocky Hounds. Just love her stuff. I mean, this right there. We push Knotted Ravens a lot because we love their. And she's a little bit of everything. She does so much stuff, and her husband. And if she does not bring her mannequin with her, I'm going to be so upset. We love her mannequin. We're going to stick it in the
Nancy
back.
will make it in the car. You know she is.
Nancy needs to sit in Stacy's lap.
Nancy will be at the market.
I don't know if you heard about the last market about Nancy. We'll have to tell
The
you
mannequin has a name. Her name is Nancy.
Nancy mannequin. Is she a full mannequin?
No,
she's half mannequin.
Oh.
But Shelly from Ascending Shadows, I'm calling you out, woman, because y'all did y'all's live tonight and messed me up. She came up to me, and you know how I said vendors and readers will come up to me and say, "Hey, the energy's off." She came up to me and she goes, "Mandy, I don't know what's going on." I said, "What?" She goes, "There is this guy over in the corner. He's staring at me and it's creeping me out." And I was like, "Where?" And she pointed over towards Knotted Ravens. And I was like, "No, he's awesome. He's super awesome." And she goes, "No, he's standing right there. He's got like a little shawl thing on. He's just standing there staring at me." And I felt like I was laying on the floor laughing. And she was like, "What?" I said, "I want you to stop and look again in that door and look really closely at this man you're talking about." And she just looked at it. I said, "It's a mannequin." And she goes, "Oh my God." So now I will never let her live it down. But I died.
So Nancy is her friend.
Nancy is going to be sitting in the back of their seminar that day. I'm going to make sure of it. She's going to sneak in and watch them.
Oh my gosh. Me and Ashley used to travel around with blow up dolls. You don't get the same response. For some reason, we had to put tape over their mouth and other holes, but we call them pilots. Like when we would go to the bathroom, we would put them in and we'd be like, "That's our co-pilot," like off of Airplane and shit, man.
Yeah.
That's a movie for you kids. Just Google it.
It's a good movie.
But I mean, other vendors we have Rose Campbell's going to be there. She's an excellent reader. Joni Kahn's going to be there. She's an excellent reader. Oh God, Missy, help me out.
We've got some new people.
We've got a masseuse.
Oh,
Karsten, it's Zintegrated. He's going to be there. We have Temple of Ancient Wisdom. If you're in the Dayton area, a lot of people know them. They do all kinds of
soul prints. He reads handprints. He does a handprint on paper and reads your handprint. We've got
Lori that's been there. I think she's been there from the beginning.
Isn't it the inked? I can't remember. It's Donna's daughter, right? It's
Donna. She's going to be there.
She's going to be there.
And I think she kind of travels around with Water's Edge
Tarot,
and Sacred Journey Oracle. They're kind of like a combo. They're at all the events together.
Journey Oracle was y'all the other day. I'm like, wait a minute.
You got it with us? No, not us. It's we've had her at a few of our events. She's awesome. And then y'all, I'm trying to pull these off the top. We got Tyree. I say Tyree. I have to think of his name. Stevens Healing. What is it? Vibrations. Yes.
Yes. Healing
and
vibrations.
I pull him all the time because I'm telling you, he got rid of my migraine at our market in March.
And back pain.
He got rid of my back pain when we were loading and I couldn't even move. So I push him all the time. Those tuning forks are divine.
Amazing.
I can't get near it, guys. I just go crazy. I think I'm like a drummer off of Animal or something. I'm just like.
We got Ascending Shadows, which is Purple Shadows, Candles, and Ascending Astrology are together now as one. That's who we did.
What about the ladies that sells the cool rocks? I like them. Can't remember their name in the court.
Rocky Hounds?
Is that who it is?
In the
very front?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I love those ladies. They're really cool.
They come to all of our events. We love them very much.
I like them.
And we have a couple other crystal vendors. We have
Gemma Lynn's Gems.
Gemma Lynn's. They've been at a few of our events. I think they have a peep show. If you didn't see the peep show, the last one, I'm hoping they bring it so you can see.
She got crystal peens.
Do I get orders in this peep show, guys? You know what I'm saying?
Do you what?
Do I get orders in this peep show?
No. And we've got a newer one that we've never had before, and I can't think of her name. Miss Nola, but we have another one that I can't remember. We have a couple of crystal vendors, but they all do different things. So like, if you are a raw person, and I love raw stones, that's my favorite.
Right.
Rocky Hounds has the best selection of raw stones, and I love their stuff. They have the shiny, pretty stuff too, but I like their raw collection. That's my favorite.
It's going to bring their stuff because Tiffany, I always buy my keys from Tiffany. She has are they bringing all their stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Tiff will be there. She's got a booth there.
Oh, she's got so much more stuff now.
Does she? I'm going to tell you that I am asking for my own shopping purposes. I know y'all realize this one. I'm like, is them rock people going to be? Can I get my keys from Tiffany? Like, I gotta shop.
Make your shopping list. We have a couple of new, and then we have the people that we call the OGs. A couple of our OGs are missing out on this one, which we're sad about. No, you better put some of those back for me.
What? Who? Huh? I feel like I'm missing out.
She's like, I don't know what's going on. Rocky Hounds, crystals. She's having a orb sale. They're doing $10 on their orbs.
I don't know what the hell.
Yeah.
But I think it's a good deal. What the hell is it, guys? Oh, the spheres. Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm assuming that's what she's talking about.
Bridget said, I love balls.
Oh, I love balls.
That's what I'm thinking. Oh my gosh.
The majority of my crystal collection has come from Deb. And she said, yep, that's what it is. The last market we were at, I told her, I said, I've got this crystal grid in my mind and I can't get it set right because I have cats and they knock them off. But I have this whole crystal grid in my mind. And when I told her what I wanted, here she comes out the door with little selection of stuff for me to put in that grid. We love them. I will tell you, we have some great vendors and we have some that are just over. And when we do mention some more than others, it's because they're out there pushing us like it's their own business. And to be honest with you, it kind of is because we're pushing, but y'all got to push too. So, and it's helpful. And we're not going to make money. If we don't make money, y'all aren't going to make money. So, of course, we're going to want to push it because we want to make some money. But honestly, for us, if we don't make money, as long as we cover expenses, we don't care. As long as we get to be there. We do like to make a little extra so that we can shop because we usually shop on Sunday.
What I do, I'm like, okay, Saturday's my making money, and if I got to go a little walking around money, I'm gonna walk around all these vendors. And
my husband looks at me and goes, "What are you doing? You're spending all the money." I don't care.
That's what I do. Oh my gosh, I do.
Oh, and then we have Dina. I don't know. She has the best bags with the smart ass comments on it, bags and towels. And
towels.
Okay. I don't know.
She also has a jar of fucks.
Yeah, she does sell jars of fucks.
Oh, I think we all. Those.
She's usually in the front, so she's close to the front. You're gonna have to walk through a little bit and check everything out. Are y'all coming on Friday or y'all coming Saturday morning?
Well, Ashley works on Friday night. And we're doing the red eye, guys.
Oh Jesus, they're gonna come in hot.
Come in on two wheels.
We do it every time. I think Amanda's getting there on Friday. I'm not for sure when Pat is. She'll probably get in on Friday too. But we all run through the night, man. I'm going to come in with these cankles of swollen and just ready to
Well, we'll be there. We're staying there Friday and Saturday night. Mm-hmm. We stay at the other one. There's only one exit from my house. This is a little bit further for me. It's about 30 minutes away from my house. So we're going to stay there both nights so that we can be there bright and early. And the vendors in the group, I did get a message that we probably are going to be able to do set up Friday. So I'll have more information for that later.
Okay, cool.
Honestly, we've gone 30 minutes over. I am so sorry, everybody that's on this. We can't have a live with Misty and not just talk shit.
Right.
We forget that we're talking on a live. We're just talking like we're just on.
I know. People called me. I gotta be careful about y'all because I've had people. Remember, y'all had us on one time and you were asking us. I think it was y'all. You were asking us about our readings, and Pat said, "I'm very straightforward." Do y'all remember that?
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "Well, I try to be softer, and I get the cross, but I'm not as." And Pat's like, "Nah, I'm just straightforward, right?" I got caught on that, y'all. They were like, "So, Missy, if you're holding back, I need you to tell me the truth." And I'm like, and listen to the live. So I gotta be careful. Y'all ladies get me in trouble.
Well, I forget that I'm on a live. I'm like sitting here talking, and I'm like, oh wait, maybe I shouldn't say that.
I have said I talk so much stuff on here because it's like we don't get to talk to each other that much. So
we are this weekend though. We're gonna either have dinner or drink or something.
So I have a question about I know we're getting off here real quick. The seance, how long is it running? How long do y'all have it running till?
How long do you need?
It's open-ended.
Normally a seance, a good seance, you could, if you do, I don't want to overstep for the rest of the ladies, but we put like an hour on it just because it depends on how many people, hour and a half. Because sometimes we do open it up. If they have direct people they want to talk to, we will fill the room, see what we got, who comes with what they need to say. But at the end, I am opening. I hope the other ladies are too. If you have a person you want to bring an item and say, can you connect with this person? We'll try to call that person into the circle. That's something that I will offer, and I'm pretty sure the ladies will too. And we'll try to call as much as we can. If you have a specific person, if not, you're going to enjoy it. You're going to fit it. To be in a circle, it is so much different. The energy is flowing through. You're going to feel your body starts reacting, kind of like if a spirit was there. Like if you've ever been on a ghost hunt, you start getting tingles, start standing up, all that kind of stuff. You're going to love it. You're gonna love it.
We'll be in the corner taking pictures.
We're gonna be in the corner taking pictures and stuff.
Oh, you're not getting in the heat.
I mean, I want to, but we want everybody to. Since it's such a small number of people, we want the people that really want to go to be able to do it. Right. So we're just gonna be flies on the wall.
Right.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I would love to bring something for y'all to call, and I'm sure Misty would appreciate too because she knows exactly who I would bring for. So
we probably bring for the same person.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
That's cool though. I recommend anybody, if they want to do that and they want to share it, come on, it's.
And I know exactly what the little medallions that used to put in the bra. I think that's what I would bring.
Mm-hmm. We have a question in the chat. Olivia, she's younger. Is she allowed to do the seance?
What's the age? Do you mind if I ask?
Is she 13?
I don't remember. Bridget, how old is Olivia? I can't remember. She met Ken at our event, and she has followed Ken everywhere. They're like best friends. They're like this.
10.
She's a little one.
Okay. Mm-hmm. We have, and now I'm going to leave it up to the parent actually and up to y'all guys. We have had a seance with somebody who is younger, and I'm just going to tell you the Syrian, like we were at an abandoned school. We did a seance, and then the child got really, as we were calling the spirit sense, sometimes they got a little bit overwhelmed. We are there to control that. That's what we do, right? Mm-hmm. But the child then started to try to become, I think the parent was really encouraging the child to open up a little bit faster than what she should have. So the child had to get taken out because the child tried to start becoming the medium, which it's very evident. Y'all will understand that it's only us that get to talk. Because once you let that spirit seat that close, if a child doesn't know how to push that back. So it depends on what you think of your child's
maturity level.
Yes. And the parents, now that we kind of had a luck that we were like, yeah, because this is your responsibility. And the mother was kind of, I don't want to say antagonizing it, but she was really encouraging the kid to open up. You don't want to do that in the seance, guys. What did he say? I can't.
He said he made it. He just rolled up in here. Okay, I will tell you that Olivia is very mature for her age.
Mm-hmm. Okay. She goes on paranormal investigations.
Investigations. Mom's working with spirit mechanics. She's a student, right? Or what do they call them?
She's yes.
Something. She's good. And then
the mom will be there, right, guys?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Well, her dad's a reader. Her dad's
dad
been
is a
reading
tarot
her.
reader, and her mom.
Oh yeah. Then I was
Trainee.
thinking,
There we go.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Bridget. I
Bridget.
couldn't think of the word. Her mom's a trainee for spirit mechanics, and her dad's a tarot reader.
as long as they feel that she's on a level for that, if it gets crazy, I will tell you, we'll just say, can you please take her out? Like sometimes they get real, y'all know when the spirits get close, if you don't understand what that feels like, and sometimes the kid, this child got very emotional and had to be taken out. We didn't know the child was going to be there. The people that put the event together, I don't think they knew that the child was going to react like this either. So as long as they understand, as long as things are cool, and they understand that the child is their responsibility, I would say yeah. And if they'll know when to take their kid out if they're already.
That's what she just said. She said, I don't know if I need to take her out. And to be honest with you, we know Olivia. We'll stand outside with her if we need to, if mom wants to stay.
That's perfect for us then. Perfect.
Okay. Yeah. So that's a yes, Bridget. She can go.
Yes, Bridget.
So I'm excited about this. And ladies, I'm excited about seeing y'all.
I am too. I'm ready. I need it.
Oh, we need some hugs. We need some good times. We need to see Ken Boggle with a tattoo.
Oh, he's getting that damn tattoo.
Oh my gosh.
Bridget just said, she said, yay, I'm going to buy her a ticket.
Well, you better get him fast.
Now we have 5 tickets, ladies.
5 tickets. 5 tickets. I was going to suggest we give one away, guys, but I don't know. Like, would we have any to give away after this? You know, it's up to you. Ever wanted to do that throughout a ride, kind of like y'all did with, you know.
If you want to, we can. You just tell me how you want to do it.
All are running the show. I am a monkey in the circus, guys. I am
a monkey in the circus.
We could do it the day of, whatever like.
Okay. Yeah, we could do that. If there's somebody that really wants to go and we want to draw that day, if somebody's, so we'll save one of them. So we'll save one to give away on the day of the show. Okay.
I like it.
All right. So I'll change that. So now we're down to 4 people.
Look what just happened. I'm so excited. I am really excited. We love it. Understand we actually can read the area too, so if some things are popping up, there could be some. It's going to be in the hotel, right? You know how many people die in a hotel? People really don't talk about it, but there's and
oh wait, no, Bridget said they're getting 2, so now we're down to 3. My bad.
I feel like you know how they laugh. We're almost sold out.
Get on there and get them now, Bridget. You better get them now. SacredJourney.com. SacredJourneyMarket.com. Excuse me.
Yeah. Don't mess up. I did that and it didn't work.
SacredJourneyMarket.com. Get your tickets.
I saw, like, y'all did a post and somebody was like, I can't get the tickets. I'm like, oh God, they're buying tickets already. Like, sometimes it takes.
The first person bought 4 tickets. I was like, whoa, what the hell? When it came through, I was like, what happened? What happened? Why is that? I was sitting there going, why is there money going into the account? What's going on? I'm flipping. I was like, oh, somebody bought 4 tickets. Okay.
You want to know something? I'm not ever gonna say I'll get a tattoo because y'all ladies will push men, and I know my ass will have journey on the back of me, and I'm not doing it.
I got a tattoo recently.
Did you? What'd you get? I cannot see. I am blind.
I have to show it. It's a sun, and it's got the Taurus symbol in the middle, in between a sun and a moon.
Did you see that? I think that's beautiful.
My daughter and my husband are a Taurus. Our mom was a Taurus. My niece is a Taurus.
Hold on. I'm going to tell you something. I don't know if anybody ever knew this, or I probably told somebody somewhere, you know. But do you know that me and Ashley are both Capricorns? We're sisters. Mm-hmm. We were raised by 2 Tauruses. My grandparents were both Tauruses. My aunt is a Taurus, and my mom just has we have a small family now. Everybody around us raised Capricorns were Tauruses. What is up with that, man? What is up? I think it's kind of
lonely Capricorn stuck with these Taurus in my house.
A lot of hard heads.
Oh yeah, it goes down in here. It's bad. You ask Missy, she's like, oh my God.
We'll have to check that, Bridget. She said that it says only 1 in stock. You might want to check.
What?
What?
Did we sell something I didn't know about it? Hold on, please.
My Lord. Do you know that my rising is Aries, though? I understand your fire, ma'am. I'll go this way. I understand your fire. I am so hard-headed. It's unbelievable. And my pride, if it gets stepped on, I got the goat and a ram. I'm done. Y'all just better I'm done.
Hang on, I'm looking.
Is there only one ticket? Are you shitting me for real?
She's checking.
No, there was only one ticket, but I added some, and so I think it didn't take. There's more. Hold on, I'm working on it. Give me a minute, Bridget, and I'll fix it.
Like the Home Shopping Network, you got to get these deals while they're hot.
Well, see, here's the funny thing, though.
Y'all talk while I fix it.
I'm an Aries.
Apparently, we're just running our mouth.
I'm an Aries, but my moon sign is Capricorn.
No way. So we're swapped. Like if you're an Aries, but your moon is a Capricorn. Do you know I am a Capricorn, but my rising is Aries, and I hate that bit because at the end of the day, I want to bulldoze everything, but then make sure everybody's all right. What the hell?
What's your moon?
My moon is a Libra.
Okay, I was going to say if it was the same mine, I was going to freak out. I'm an Aquarius.
My moon is a Capricorn, and I'm a Virgo rising.
Oh my God, girl, you are an organizer. You are hard-headed and a hard worker. People just need to get the hell out of your way when you start.
I'm Capricorn, moon is Aquarius, and my rising is Leo.
You got a lot of fire and power. You got pride, ma'am. If somebody steps on your pride, you're about done. You know that, right?
Yeah, I know that.
Woo-wee. I would hate
Look.
Oh my God.
Steven's like, this is mine.
Steve is an Aries, Taurus, Virgo.
I'm telling you. Oh my gosh. See that? We can be crazy. We can have all the fire we want. And then if we're grounded in and when we lay down at night, what we think is earth, that's a beautiful combination. Beautiful. Because you got all that fire, but then you still ground yourself. And that's what I think. Like I've got grounding, but then my fire is the Aries, right? My rising. I really hate that Libra. It makes me go back and pick up people I should have left a long time ago, man.
Bridget didn't even wait. She bought the one that was there. Hold on, Bridget, I'm working on it.
I told you, we need to have you need to get vendors on this virtual thing, and we need to have like a home shopping network of like just spiritual stuff. They would be flying.
I mean, we could have a virtual event. It might be a shit show.
Maybe.
But it would be fun.
Who is this?
Bridget is a Scorpio, Leo.
Don't mess with her. She will kill you in your sleep.
Yes, she will. Deb said she's down for the virtual home shopping note.
I'm telling you, you can finish your.
She said Olivia's pissed right now that she only got one ticket.
She'll get more, right?
Okay, I think it's right. Try now.
Oh my God.
Try now, Bridget. See if it works.
I'm really afraid of Bridget because she's a Scorpio, which they can love intensely. But if they get scorned, they will literally, to the ends, will not forget it. And then the Leo, she's got so much pride. She loves the ones she loves, but let them cross her. She will be on Snap. That ID channel, I am not. But if you're loved by her, she will move the earth and moon for you. She really will.
She said, Liv just said, Mom will kill you in your sleep.
I know. I believe it. I believe it.
That's a lot of fire, man. I would, and the Scorpio is so unique. It really, it has.
Yeah, I got a message that said it's sold out. I'm like, no, it's not supposed to be.
I like the guys that are flying off the shelf. I feel like I should be like that telemarketer guy. But if you order now, we'll.
But wait, there's more.
Right?
You can get two for the price of one. Yeah. We'll throw in Dustin and his hard candy. Yeah. Justin
said cancer, blank cancer. Why is it blank? Do you not know?
Maybe doesn't know.
Or you don't want to tell us.
Yeah, maybe that's he is, oh man, that gentleman right there, he has a lot of love to give somebody. He wants to take care of them. But if they don't pay him attention, he will stray. I'm going to tell you straight up. Them cancers. They need their attention. But they're
Our
beautiful.
little sister's a
Our little
Cancer.
sister's a Cancer, yes.
I'm going to tell you something. She works really well with Capricorns. They balance each other out really well. For some reason they do. For us, if we're in a relationship with them, but if we don't give them our attention, they'll. I'm just saying, they're going to find attention somewhere. They really will.
Well, she actually is my employee.
Really?
Yeah, at my job. Yeah, I hired her, and I'm her boss. But if she does anything wrong, I was like, I'm not responsible. Somebody else is going to have to talk to her.
No, they are really. They will take care of everybody, though. They really do. They have a big heart. They just need to be reciprocated. They need to have somebody tell them, you're doing a good job, or I appreciate you.
Yeah.
They will find it elsewhere.
She does, and she worked her ass off.
Mm-hmm.
But Lord, she's an emotional roller coaster.
Yes, they are.
I love you, Brooke, but you emotional roller coaster.
They are, because they feel deeply. They feel deeply.
Yes.
Well, us can be a little cold sometimes. We're like, that love stuff, get that the hell out of the way for a minute, right? So they balance that out, because they do have a lot of those emotions, man. They do.
Yeah.
Them water signs, man.
Bad.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, so we're sitting here running all this mouse. We've got some ascending shadows. She can do your chart for you.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
She's supposed to be working on mine.
And she tell me, what the hell? My life right now. I'm going to tell y'all something. I'm going to be very honest with y'all. I feel like y'all might be feeling this too, the world, right? Like I feel like I have went to a certain edge. I feel like now something's got to break or move for me to go to the next step. I don't know if y'all have been feeling that lately, because the energies have been crazy, really high emotionally. Like what's getting ready to happen, and it's going in retrograde and stuff like that. But it seems like everybody's emotions are high, but I feel like I am up against a wall and something has to move for me to go to my next spot. Is anybody else feeling like that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think everybody's been kind of, I've noticed when we were doing readings last week, that was pretty much across the board. And I think Stephanie even said, she goes, it's this and this and this. She'll start spouting out astrology stuff. I'm like, I got nothing. I don't know what you're talking about. But she's good. Like, she does astrology readings, and she's good.
I'm going to figure that out. Because
I think she's the one that says she's got to be your first egg cleansing.
I'm telling you, and no shit on this. We're gonna have lists, and I really appreciate anybody who wants to do an egg cleansing. At least stop by that morning, put your name on the time you want, because I don't want to leave anybody out. I had to turn some people away at the last event we were at, and I really had to. Even at our home house, we do at Nickerson Sneed, I really had to set 2 ladies down and be like, "I'm sorry, I can't do them." I was after hours even then. So if you want a spot, not tooting my horn or no shit like that, because I'm a very modest person. I want you to secure your spot so I can get to you that day. So even if I
guarantee you, while setting up, that Stephanie's going to have a sticky note on your table waiting for you with her name on it.
Mm-hmm.
I hope. We have been really blessed lately, and no shit about that. With travel around and stuff. We got to do a really big event at Troy Taylor. I don't know if y'all know who he's at. He's an author that's been in the field. He's wrote, I don't know, 20, 30 books. Something like that. He puts on this thing called Haunted America. And we were really blessed. We got to speak at a college. And it was very humbling to see the people. That first day we got booked, and our books sold out the first day. And we were really excited about that. And we were really blessed. So life is moving very well, but it's something about the universe right now is messed up. Like, people are acting out of character. They're doing shit. Phew. Got that second tick. Oh.
So now Olivia won't kill you, Bridget.
Aw. So
all right.
We're excited about seeing y'all. And now you have, how many do we have that they can buy?
Okay. Do you want me to take one out, or you just want me to add one onto the number to give away?
What do you think?
It's up to you, because y'all are the ones doing the seance.
Just take one out, because that's going to cap us off.
Right. There we go.
Okay. Hold on. Let me fix that. I got to take one out real quick.
And
so that leaves.
Was it 4?
3.
Leaves 3.
Oh, man.
And I know some people that wanted to do it and were holding out. You might not want to hold out.
There was 3 tickets. Get them some bitches quick.
Look, they're gonna sell it before I can. Before I can get in there and fix it. Hold on. Then we won't be giving any away.
So, Ken, how many more does he have? Do we think, guys? Because I'll put that for him too. We need to get.
I'd have to
We
go
just
back
want
and look.
everybody to buy Ken's tickets. Everybody.
Yeah, because a lot of people are waiting to get them at the door, so we don't know who's getting them at the door.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
To be very honest, the way this has gone, we're really blessed. You don't want to miss your chance. Ken's awesome. People are snotting at his table left and right. Crying.
Well, here's the thing about Ken, and I will say this, because there's some stuff that's coming out with Ken that people don't know yet, and when they hear it, he's going to be very hard to get in touch with. Number
you
one,
better get in to see him now because
his prices are going to go up because he has some big things going on for him. So, like, big.
I'm not joking. Like, Ken, I was impressed with Ken when we sat the first time that we were together. He had a line out the door, y'all. Y'all don't understand. If y'all are waiting on these tickets or you're going to sleep on these tickets, I'm sitting there hustling. We got our 2 mamas with us. You know, he's got Kim. We got Amanda. And it was just me at that time. Amanda, I don't think Ashley was with me. He had a line out the door. He's got faithful customers that follow this man.
He pretty much books up at every event he goes to.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If Ken doesn't book up at events, we're like, what's going on? Because he does. Forgive me. He will whore himself out. He will be out there and he will come find you and think if he thinks you need it, he come find you. But I'm telling you, I know his prices are going to go up, and there's information, like there's things that are coming out soon. We were hoping before our event, but it's not going to come out until after. That's going to make him a very sought after person.
You know what? I might get in touch with him, and I need a reading from him. I want somebody that I trust that can give me some stuff directly. A reader needs to have a reader. You know what I'm saying? That's,
right.
We can't really read for ourselves. So I might even myself try to get in on Mr. Ken, but I would have done that a long time ago without any fame or anything like that. I mean, he's famous in his own right. If you haven't met him,
he's very well known.
Yes. But I really, you just need somebody. Nobody can read 100% for themselves. Our ancestors, our guides don't want us to see what's in our future, and people don't realize that. They want us to live our lives. So sometimes we need to get somebody to peek in on our stuff and things like that,
Mm-hmm.
I always go and I try to get a reading from somebody at whatever event, and I want to make that connection. That connection. And sometimes I don't get to go to people because of just the hustle and bustle of these things. I'm going to do what I do too. So y'all need to get your.
You need to get what?
Y'all need to get, everybody listening needs to get their damn tickets to that gallery.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I'll tell you, people ask us sometimes when they come in, we have so many different readers and all of them read so differently and all of them have different personalities.
Yes.
And you can kind of tell when somebody comes in, hey, I'm looking for a reader. I'm like, well, what are you looking for? And you can kind of feel what type of person they are and be like, you need to go to this person because I know that's the perfect person for you. I've sent people to Ken. I've sent people to Spirit Mechanics. I've sent people to Joni. Mm-hmm. I've sent people to Joni and then she made them cry, not in a bad way, in a good way. And usually I send them because I've been read by them. I know what they can do.
And that's the beauty of this. We can recommend to each other. And I'm glad you touched on that because people believe that every reader is like, well, I went to them, so I can't go to them. No, everybody vibrates different. So sometimes if I sit with somebody, they might not vibrate on the same level as what I'm bringing to the table. So maybe the reading isn't straight in as much, but say y'all could sit with them and that vibration is right. And then it links up and they're able to get all these messages from you. Just because they don't, let's say you sit with somebody and you don't get exactly what you want. They do got to understand that the best psychic on the best day can only give you 75%. That means that 25%, sometimes they allocate a little themselves. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because you get the messages and you're like, well, maybe instead of a hair tie, they meant a pencil. Do you see what I'm saying? It gets a screw.
Right.
So even if you look up the statistics, 75% is the accuracy of the best, spiritual part, the mediums, the psychic.
Well, and then like when we do some of our readings, sometimes, I mean, we had one kid sit in front of us And I asked him something. He's like, no. And then Missy asked him something. He's like, oh, yeah. Because I was like, I feel like there's somebody. And like, have you had somebody die recently? And I'm not that type of person. You ask Missy, I'll throw stuff out. And I'm like, I don't want to say it because I'm going to sound like a dumbass. Because I'll look at it and I'm like, I don't know if it makes any sense. And then she goes, just fucking say it. And I'm like, fine. So I'll say it.
Just say it.
And I said this is where I get kind of discouraged. And he's like, no. And then Missy says almost the same exact thing. He goes, oh, yeah, well, my stepdad died. And I'm like,
exactly. Oh, I love that you said that. Like, it's like they're not here. You're like, did you not hear the words I just said? Like, what the hell?
Well, and then some of the stuff you pull, like I've pulled things that, insecurities on being in crowds, but that person's like a public speaker or something that doesn't make sense. I'm like, but, Missy said, okay. She'll come back. And I've had that happen, and they're like, no, but that doesn't make sense. I'm like, but that doesn't mean that you don't have insecurities about being in a crowd. Maybe not speaking, but maybe you go to Walmart Black Friday and that just freaks you out, or something's going on with crowds. People think that I'm extroverted, and I am not. I am a huge introvert.
Sister, me too. People don't realize, they think that me and Ashley are like this all the time. No, most of the time you won't get a message back. You won't see us out much. We hibernate after these events. It's like we have social anxiety, and people don't realize. People who are gifted, and I think it's the Capricorn in us too, all three of us, because Ashley's a Capricorn too. We give all we have, and then when we retreat, we are social. I have social anxiety. People don't realize that. They wouldn't do that, would they?
Y'all, excuse me, my computer said "fuck you," and just
I was like, well, there she goes. Okay. But yeah, I'm. It doesn't make sense for me because of my job. I'm a boss. I have like 15 employees. I have to do meetings. I have to stand up in front of people and speak. I hate doing that, but I do it. This is easy to me because I'm not standing in front of a bunch of people with a computer. And usually when I'm talking to people, we have people on. It's people that I'm comfortable talking with.
Right.
But I will say, I think doing this kind of thing has made me a little more open. But if I'm in a crowd of people I don't know, I'm like in the corner. I'm going to drink my beer. And watch y'all.
You should see, like, we live near Roanoke, it's like 45 minutes away from us. When we go there, nobody knows us, nothing about us. And it's beautiful. I can hide away. I don't have to. And then when we come on this circuit, not saying that a lot of people know us or nothing, but people like that. That's when the extrovert comes out in this. I'll never forget. We go up near St. Albans Sanatorium, which is really big up near us, and we'll go around, and people will know us at stores because we do stuff up there. I hide. I ain't lying. I'm like,
she'd be like,
coming, and I'm like, and I leave Ashley, and she's like, you son of a bitch, because not that I don't want to talk to him, but there is something about it that I don't know. It's my little safe bubble of when I'm at home or when I'm on the farm, and then when I come out, I got to be, you know what I'm saying? I got to. It's
blossom.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. We have just run our mouths from now. I'm so sorry, peeps.
We just went on and on.
I know.
Word vomit.
I know.
Word vomit. Just come see us this weekend because we're all crazy. We're not reading. We don't read at our events. We don't sell stuff at our events.
We tried and it did not work.
We tried to do it and it made us a nervous wreck. And we had our outdoor thing because I was like, we can't check on people and see if anybody needs anything. So we don't do it at ours. Mm-hmm. Plus, we have enough readers that we want y'all to go to those readers. We don't want you to come to us and get read. The only stuff we ever have is like if we're in the hotel room in the middle of the night and we're making shit in our room, which we have done before at our event because we got an order for a bunch of stuff. We're like, oh, shit. So we were in the hotel room making it. And then if vendors ask us to bring stuff, we'll have people be like, hey, can you bring me some of this? I'm like, yeah, we'll bring you some. So we don't usually do that. We have so many amazing people who are going to be there selling the best shit, doing the best healing, cleansing, readings, all that stuff like that. There's such a variety of people there that you don't need us. We're just there to take your money at the door and point you in the right direction.
I think that we all need a little Missy and Mimi, man. We need let you slide. We'll let you slide.
I think I feel like we're taking away from our vendors if we do it. And I would much rather be there for y'all because that's what we're supposed to do.
Yeah.
So.
Well, like I said, we've just been blessed every time we come. So everybody else needs to come. And they need
We're so glad you come. I'm so glad you were persistent, even though we turned you away the first time.
I'll tell you something. When I see something I want, and I saw Misty there, and I said, I'm gonna keep going.
Wait a minute, I need to talk to you.
No, it was really cool because there was no harm, no foul. I just saw it and I thought, oh man, this would be a really cool event. Like you just see these events that come through Facebook, and I really thought, man, this is a cool event, you know. So I was glad she said something to me at Sacred Journey because we were right beside each other, and then that's the first time we sat and talk and just the camaraderie was ridiculous. And I'll never forget us at dinner that night because we were looking at each other and we were like, man, are we vibing on the same thing? Like we were like, I don't know.
We got the same food.
Yes.
She's like, I don't eat cheese grits. I said, she goes, but you can have my cheese grits. I said, okay, I'll eat your cheese grits.
You know, I was buttering her up. I was like, honey, I'll feed you. You just let me go on.
Well, I mean, we have a really cool logo that needs to be tattooed on Ken, so you need to buy tickets for that. So, I mean, it just draws people in. It's the logo. I know it is.
I did.
And we need it on Ken. So I'm going to need y'all to buy tickets to his gallery.
Do y'all get to pick the place, or does he get to pick the place on his body?
We haven't discussed that yet.
We haven't discussed that.
You already going to make plans because these are going to sell out like hotcakes.
Because I'm going to be honest with you. I want it on his ass.
I tell you, that's the best. Or tramp stamp right across the back.
Yeah, he would not do that. He would not Sacred Journey tramp stamp. No. But if I could get it on the ass cheek.
And him bending over in his little black outfit because he loves to wear his black, and just the little Sacred Journey peeking out right there at the back of his breast.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
Right.
we got to round this up. We are going on. We have already been on for 2 hours. We are running our mouths. We are turning into spirit mechanics in their lives that go on forever.
Oh my goodness.
And ever.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you for coming on. Make sure you go to sacredjourneymarket.com. All the vendors, all the readers are on there. The floor plan's on there, so you can kind of see where everybody is and plan your day. The seminar listings are on there. All the seminars are free, included in your ticket, with the exception of the seance and Ken Boggle's gallery reading. Those are paid events. We only have 3 tickets left to the seance. Reminder. So, I'm going to feel so bad if we sell out and be like, y'all got to come back. We're going to have to do another event just so we can have another seance.
Do it. Hey, we hope we're on the reoccurring here. I told Missy a long time ago, she needs to, and I think we've touched on that, she needs to be our manager. Y'all just need to come on and be me and Ashley's manager.
We can do that.
I'm telling you, we've talked about this before. Sisterhood, that's their own entity. God bless them. And me and Ashley are part of it. But me and Ashley, I tell you, sometimes we just need somebody to point us in a direction. And I tell you, I told you that before, Missy.
Yeah, you've seen me at work before.
I have. I saw the mom bear come out, and I'm like, that's what I need in my life.
At her extreme.
Yes. Shit show supervisor.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I feel you. Okay. We love y'all guys. Thank you for coming on and watching us and listening to all of our rambling. Make sure you come see us this weekend. The tickets are $10 for a day, $15 for the weekend. If you have a ticket to the seance or to Ken Boggle's event, you get in for half price. So that would be $5 for a day or $7 for the weekend. That's just to cover our fees. If you buy a cash ticket at the door to get into Ken's, you get into Sacred Journey Market for free. So did I say all that right? Did it all come out right? I don't know. All right. We love you guys. Y'all have a wonderful rest of the week. We will see you this weekend.